So, I'm not sure you've heard of all the cons, K-Con, Toy-Con, His-Con, which we also mounted in History-Con, and now of course VIVA CON. It's a dream ni Boss Vic actually for like, I've been hearing him say this for the last 3 years. Gusto niya ng isang fun-based event na kung saan nagsasama-sama lahat ng artists ng Viva. And true enough, it's the first time na magsasama-sama lahat ng artista talents ng Viva all in one event. This includes, of course, not only the artists, but even the singers. So we even have directors. So ano nga po ba ang Viva Con? Well, as Tito B mentioned, it's on August 3 and 4. It's a weekend. Saturday and Sunday po siya at the World Trade Center. Originally, we opted for a November para tutuma sana sa aming anniversary, but it was the only open date. Hence, we got hold of and secured the August date. But ito pong 2 days na to, ang nangyayari po sa kanya, it's a mix of may mga exhibitors. So there's bazaar, mga artista natin will be selling their pre-loved items. Tulad nila Ann Curtis, si Sian Lim, Yang Concepcion, sila NADINE Lustre. So yung mga nagamit ng nila before, clothes that they want to dispose of, they're going to be selling it there along with other exhibitors. Meron din pong talks na nangyayari sa second floor. So on one end, it would be the talks coming from our digital group. Ito yung mga social media influencers tulad nila Donalyn Bartolome, sila Daryl Yap, sila Marcelo Santos. So that's on one room. On the other would be selected directors who can give talks and anecdotes and workshops on anything and everything about film. So meron tayo. Meron din mga fan meets, and then of course the auditions na mangyayari for both artists and sa mga gustong maging singers or ng mga bands, mga upcoming bands. And syempre because ang highlight of this all would be the artists themselves. So we invited all our artists and performers on the 2-day event. So nandoon of course yung mga from the smallest to the biggest artists that we have. Tulad nila Ann, nila Sarah, nila Nadine, and the like. So, of course, we're also giving out an award, but we'll let you know as soon as that's confirmed. So, yun po siya.
The concerts, the continuous concert.
The continuous concerts, of course, happens, the venue opens at 10. On the first day, of course, there will be the ceremony remote company. But as soon as you enter the venue at nalibot yun yung mga exhibits and all, yung nangyayari po sa stage, all the way from the time it opens hanggang sa matapos siya at 10 p.m., tuloy-tuloy lang yung performances on stage. So, it's quite an experience kasi sabay-sabay siya, para kung pumasok ng theme park, sabay-sabay na nangyayari. So meron siyang performances nasa stage, may talks na nangyari sa taas, may exhibitor sa baba, may audition doon sa kaliwa. So tuloy-tuloy lang yung experience. Ang tawag ko nga sa kanya is organized chaos. Kasi lahat nakikita niya sabay-sabay. So yun po siya. You may want to ask questions.
Any questions?
Yes.
May we know po kung lahat lang po ba ng a-attend is Viva artists or may mga invited din po kayo mga non-Viva artists po?
Yes, we have invited non-Viva artists because we also took it as an opportunity to promote yung aming upcoming films. And hindi naman po lingid sa inyong kalaman na we're also working with other artists who are non-Viva. So, nandoon po yung promo nung Sangga, no? Sanggago, Sanggamol. So that's with Andrew E, sila Dennis and John. Yeah. And then of course nandoon din si Gerald Wallace because of the movie with King Molina. Yeah. Nandun siya ako. I will be there as well. Lovey Pro will be there as well. So in that promo, in that promo of course is yung Canadian. So and true is at least meron ko siya ko that's Sian and Christine.
And just a stranger.
Ano wala po, parang nakita namin kasi sa PR na Alex Gonzaga, Arjo Atayde, Empoy
Yes.
will be there. Are they Viva artists na po ba?
They will be actually doing movies with us. So Lalo
Mas
po-
probably promotion.
Yes, it's a promotion po for projects.
Ano po yung participation nila? Anne, ni Sarah, and then some of the biggest artists ng Viva?
Actually, all the artists are given actually stage time. They all perform. So they'll be singing, they'll be dancing, so they'll be performing on stage. So lahat ng tutungtong sa stage most likely would be performing, except for a few perhaps who would say hi, hello, and do the fan meets. Pero most of them will be performing po.
Can you expound po dun sa meet and greet portion?
Okay. Well, that's one of the insights that we got when we were planning this one. Normally kasi yung mga fans, of course, nakikita lang yung mga artista lang on TV, on the screen, napapanood sa sine. So it's a chance for them to actually interact, yung talagang up close and personal. So at given times of the days, and there will be announcements on the venue itself, and then aside pa from the sinasabi ng host on stage, the artists who arrive at the venue are given time to go up to the second floor. A room is allotted for the meet and greet. So, pag akit mo sa taas, pwede kang pumila, makikuha ng picture. I would say, if I may, like pag nasa Disneyland, can you see the characters coming out? Di ba? Ganun siya. So, may mga respective times of the day na pupunta yung mga artists, and then they allow, meron pa nga kami the Viva books na installation sa baba amongst exhibitors, and those who have written books yung pinublish at dinistribute ng Viva, they'll do autograph or book signing.
Of the authors.
Yes.
But the fans can ask questions directly to the actors. To the artists.
Yeah, well, it's their chance. They're up close and personal. So
How much are the tickets?
the tickets po is it's a uniform price of 550 per day.
All access.
Yeah. So yung pagbayad mo ng 550 allows you, kung gusto mo audition ka na. You enjoy the exhibits. If you want to listen to the talks upstairs, or if you want to watch and stay up until the concert all the way until the evening, so it's one uniform pricing.
Paki-expound po yung audition. Ano po yung hinahanap ng Viva ngayon, yung mga mag-audition?
Like perhaps any network or entertainment or management company, non-stop naman yung paghanap natin ng mga talents.
Particularly
But
sa-
for us, we're open actually, especially like for next year. We know for a fact that we need to produce about like 30 films. And sa dami nun, there would be a lot of requirements for children, for mga millennials, so we're open to sa mga child auditioners, sa mga teens, sa mga nasa early 20s nila. Mostly yun yung age kasi ng mga nag-audition. Oh yeah, sorry. Tama sa Lao. We are also, of course, looking for additional groups of singers, whether they be a band or a vocal group lang, or a solo performer.
Ay, sir. Ay, one question lang, sir. Sir Montalimo na. Sir, why do you think this is a timely undertaking considering the entertainment scene at the moment?
Well, for the I'd say for the past 38 years, the fans have always been there supporting the movies, supporting their fans. So they've never had an event similar to this one where they can go and give like say perhaps meet all the other artists or get to be up close and personal dun sa kanilang mga iniidolo. So it's our way of giving back to the fans. Like I said, it's a dream of Wasvik like 3 years back. So ngayon lang siya nagmamaterialize. But I feel it's also timely to also give back to the fans because I'm sure all the other artists owe it to them.
Hi, Jay.
Hi po.
Bakit solo flight ka dyan?
Oo nga po.
Bakit sila o tsaka si Baby Jill wala dyan?
In-expect ko actually sila po to be with me.
Okay. But anyway, my question is, what is basically the main reason kung bakit nyo ito ginawa?
It's actually for Wasvik's dream, no? He Well, every year, as we celebrate, of course, another milestone of Viva, this year, of course, is our 38. Gusto niya kasi may maibilik lagi sa mga tumatangkilik sa Viva. So, yun lang unang-unang na pumasok sa kanyang mind. Something to give back really to the fans, to the supporters. So, he hopes to continue doing this on an annual basis, on a yearly basis. And hopefully, of course, it becomes bigger and bigger. But yun po yung isang underlying vision lang yun para maibalik lang sa mga tumatangkilik sa Viva at sa mga artista.
If that is the case, bakit kayo may entrance fee if you wanted to give back to the fans and the supporters?
Well, the entrance kasi rin po covers for a lot of the well, it isn't easy for mounting an event like this. It's quite costly. I'd say kahit pa paano you'll have to somehow recoup the expenses. But I guess for like a regular person who would want to watch a concert, who would pay, if you want to be a VIP, somewhere around 10,000, a general patronage, I'd say, or general admission, I'd say would cost you a little under 1,000. Ito, it's 550, but you already get to hear the talks. You go see the concert. You go around in the exhibit. So it's I guess it's a little amount for the cost that we also have to incur for mounting the whole thing.